I still can't get over the fact that it would just be very simple for churches all across the world to raise awareness about the fact that there's a genocide of Christians.
I talk to pastors, I talk to churches all the time about what's going on, and none of them knew. None of them knew what was going on. I'll put it this way. If we don't intervene in Nigeria, millions and millions and millions of Christians are going to die.
Yeah, I remember, I think it was Lauren sent me footage of one of these sort of reunions where a bunch of kids had been kidnapped from a school, which is consistent. I'm sure everybody remembers the Chibok schoolgirls. Mm-hmm. That was just in the early days. It's continued over and over and over again. And they'll take them in a group, and then those who can pay ransom, right? Or the parents will pay a ransom, collect and pay a ransom. They don't even know who's coming out. They don't even know who they're going to release.
Yeah.
Like they go there waiting to see if their loved ones will appear. And so many of them couldn't walk. I mean, it was hard to watch.
Yeah, they feed them maybe once every 2 weeks. 2 weeks. They give them no care, and they beat them and torture them on a regular basis. And
when they figure out if the family's really poor and they can't scramble money from anywhere, they just execute the family.
Yeah, they'll just execute the family. They'll execute the kids in front of them. One girl that I talked to witnessed 20 people killed in front of her eyes.
Good Lord.
Including her sister.
Well, here's another one that will make people upset and should make them upset. Is when the Chibok schoolgirls happened. Remember, Michelle Obama stood out there with bring back our girls.
Bring back our girls. Yeah.
Hashtag bring back our girls. So I've spoken now to a number of different people in intelligence, and the U.S. had located that group of girls within hours to a facility not very far from where they were kidnapped.
Right.
And had the men standing by. I mean, there is AFRICOM, and we have a lot of resources, and people were standing by and they were raising their hands and they were saying, okay, we know where they are, let's get them. And Obama said no.
I know. Dog and pony show. Obama doesn't care about Christians. He doesn't care about the plight of innocent Christians. He's helped governments execute hundreds of thousands of Christians through his policy, and he knows what he's doing. He knew what he did.
Just makes you sick to your stomach. Makes me sick to my stomach anyway.
Oh, but oh yay. Oh yay, we elected Obama. Transformation in the country.
Yeah.
Yeah, people had no idea what they were voting for.
No, they really didn't. But they were deceived.
It's because they didn't do the digging, and the media did us a very disservice by not digging into who he actually was.
Those were the days when you still believed that, journalists did their jobs and elected officials actually meant what they said. At least some of the time.
Not for me. I was always a skeptic. But
here's something that I think most Americans probably don't realize, and it's something that really shocked me when I found out, is that, as you know, the last Christian president of Nigeria was Jonathan.
Good luck, Jonathan.
Yeah, good luck, Jonathan. It's just a fabulous name, right? Good luck, Jonathan. And I remember he was ruling Nigeria when Obama was in office. Obama didn't like Nigeria's stance on homosexuals and Christians. Well, I'm saying Christians, but, that was an issue for him with Uganda. And with Nigeria, there you have the most populated nation in Africa, some of the most important trade routes for the world.
Yes.
And yet the first black president of the United States didn't make it to visit Nigeria, which was one thing. So in his second term, he sends John Kerry, who was then Secretary of State.
Yep.
And where does John Kerry go? Not to the capital, the Christian capital in the south, not to Abuja.
He goes up north.
To Sokoto.
Yes. Meets the Sultan of Sokoto.
To the historic Islamic head of the caliphate. To go, and by the way, the election campaign was happening. And at the time, Jonathan Goodluck was running against Muhammad Buhari, who was the Muslim candidate who had been in the military, who had been responsible for a coup previously, so not known to be the greatest Democrat.
Oh, he was a terrorist.
Yeah.
Buhari was a terrorist. And did you know that Obama sent Democrat campaign operatives to help Buhari beat
Yes,
Jonathan.
David Axelrod.
Yeah, sent David Axelrod
Help manage his campaign.
to Nigeria to help the guy that was responsible for terrorism and was on the side of killing Christians. The Democrats sent one of their biggest campaign guys down to Nigeria to help defeat a Christian candidate.
Which sent a message to the country of Nigeria that
Yes.
the United States backed Muhammad Buhari and not Goodluck Jonathan.
Correct. And it was devastating.